Are you thinking about moving to Colorado Springs? Well, you're not alone. With our incredible mountain views, a strong job market, and a lifestyle that blends adventure with affordability, the city continues to attract families, military members, and remote workers from all over the country. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know before making the move, from the neighborhoods and schools to weather, traffic, housing costs, and the big changes we're seeing in real estate. I'm Tulio Pena, local realtor here in Colorado Springs. And whether you're moving across the country or just across the state, I've helped hundreds of people make Colorado Springs home. So let's dive in. Colorado Springs has this unique mix of small town feel with big city amenities. It's the second largest city in Colorado, but you never know it by the way that people wave at each other and enter into conversation at the grocery store. We're about an hour south of Denver and right at the base of Pikes Peak. That's the iconic mountain right there over my shoulder that you'll see from almost every part of the city. It's a very outdoor friendly town with hiking, biking, skiing a short drive away, and plenty of family friendly spaces like Palmer Park, Fox Run Park, Black Forest Park. These are regional parks throughout Colorado Springs. I'm not talking just little parks with merry-go-rounds and swing sets. I mean acreage of almost like wilderness and mountainous type areas to go and adventure in. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of our amazing golf courses, like at the Broadmoor Hotel. It's a 5-diamond hotel, and Flying Horse Community has a spectacular golf course. Now they have actually 2. Pine Creek, Colorado Springs Conference Resort, Colorado Springs Country Club, and Patty Jewett, which is a municipal golf course, which is an unbelievable place to go play. People who come go, I can't believe this is like a city golf course. Plus, military is a huge part of our community here. We've got Fort Carson, which is a large Army base on the south side of our county, Peterson Air Force Base, and now we've got Space Force within Peterson as well, Schriever Air Force Base, the Air Force Academy on the northwest side of Colorado Springs. So if you're coming with the military, you're in good company. Now let's talk neighborhoods, because where you land makes all the difference. Let's start with number 1, Briargate. This is a very suburban area with highly rated schools, newer parks like John Venezia Park with a huge synthetic football field, pickleball courts. It's got a splash pad and a whole bunch of pavilions that groups can rent and have for events. My team has used it for our client appreciation events in the past. It's pretty awesome. Briargate has an amazing amount of shopping and a very new shopping center that's called the Shops at Briargate. It's an outdoor mall essentially, where you'll find like the Apple Store, Lululemon, Biaggi's Italian Restaurant, Bad Daddy's Burgers. It's a cool shopping experience there. Briargate, it's a place really for anyone to live, but you'll surely see families with discerning school requirements gravitate to that part of town. Let's move on to number 2, the downtown area and just north of it, which we call the Old North End. If you love character in homes and being able to have some degree of walkability to restaurants and cafes and bars and places like that, this is your spot. You'll find homes from the late 1800s up through to the mid 1900s in this area. And you'll also see a lot of very mature trees. In some neighborhoods, the trees connect over the roads, which is always pretty cool, especially in the winter when we get a snow, because it's like a tunnel of trees that are frosted in white snow. It's pretty beautiful. Now let's move on to number 3, Fountain and Security-Widefield, offering a suburban feel with homes really built in the 1970s all the way up to the present, this area is popular with military families, and it's a bit more affordable as well. It's really close to Fort Carson, which, as I mentioned earlier, is our very large Army base on the south end of El Paso County, our county. Also really close to NORAD, and all of the experiences and outdoor things that you can do on Cheyenne Mountain, like mountain biking and hiking, and going to some of the really neat hikes like Seven Falls, which is an attraction, as well as we've got another hike called Seven Bridges, okay, which actually go over little streams and things like that. Tons of hiking that you could do on the southwest side. And if you live in Fountain and Security-Widefield, you're really close to that. Let's move on to number 4, to Northgate. This is an area where there are a lot of newer homes, and it was really built in the 1990s up through now. There's still construction going on throughout Northgate, and this is an area where there's quick access to I-25, easy access to the Air Force Academy, and there's a lot of new shopping places. There's Shields. Shields is a very new sporting goods retailer that it's an experience going there. They've got a Ferris wheel, an actual Ferris wheel inside it that you can ride on. It's pretty cool. And then we also have the Great Wolf Lodge now up in the Northgate area, Icon Cinema for those of you who like to go watch movies at the movies, and then a lot of wonderful establishments for dining like Atmosphere Gastropub, Colorado Mountain Brewery, and many other places to choose from. There's literally like probably over 50 newer restaurants you can pick from throughout Northgate. All right, let's move on to Peyton and the Falcon area. Okay, this will be number 5 of the neighborhoods that we're talking about today. All right, if you're looking for space, okay, and I mean like land with your home, there's parts of Peyton that would be ideal for you. When Peyton started, there were communities that had definitely larger lots. You see behind me, this is not an uncommon sized backyard in parts of Peyton. Now, as Peyton has developed, there are many subdivisions that are just like Colorado Springs with traditional lot sizes around 6,000 square feet versus some of the areas where you can get an acre. And if you go more rural Peyton Falcon, a little further north, a little further east, you can find larger acreage like 2 to 40 acre parcels. So it has a little bit more of a western, rural country feel living out in Peyton. That might be for you as well, and they actually have a really nice golf course out there in Antlers Creek Golf Course. And throughout Woodman Hills and Meridian Ranch, which are 2 large subdivisions out there, master plan communities. They also have some amenities that come with the neighborhoods. They're part of what's called a metro district. It's kind of like an HOA, but you actually get stuff for it. They've got parks, trail systems, and fitness centers that have indoor and outdoor swimming pools and all that type of stuff. So it's really growing out there too. There's a lot of newer shopping. They just put in a huge King Soopers. There's a Chipotle out there. They've had a Walmart superstore and a Safeway out there for quite some time as well. But with the added number of people who live out there, more grocery stores, shopping, restaurants are going out in the Falcon Peyton area. Each neighborhood has its own personality, and choosing the right one depends on your lifestyle, your budget, and commute needs. Okay, let's talk money, because housing and cost of living are a big deal when relocating. As of early 2025, the median home price in Colorado Springs is hovering around $470,000, though that number will vary by neighborhood. You can still find starter homes in the upper 300s, but they are starting to become few and far between. You'll find more of those further south, like in the southeast part of Colorado Springs and Fountain area. There's luxury homes that are easily over $1 million in places like the Broadmoor, Flying Horse, Rockrimmon, Peregrine, areas like that. Renting, expect to pay around $1,800 plus. $2,200 is not uncommon, but with homes that start to go to 4 to 5 bedroom, it's not uncommon to see prices get into the 3,000 range monthly per rent. Compared to Denver or Boulder, we're still much more affordable, but we're seeing prices go up slowly due to growth and limited inventory. If you love being outdoors, you'll be in heaven here. Hiking trails, fishing spots, mountain biking, and skiing are really just a short drive away. Places like Garden of the Gods and Red Rock Canyons and Pikes Peak are local treasures. Our weather? It's mostly sunny. Over 300 days of sunshine a year are here in Colorado Springs. You'll see all 4 seasons. Winters are milder than people would expect. Spring can be a little bit windy, and summers are warm but humid. This is an actual picture, I'm going to move out of the way, of a cadet that is doing one of his jumps at the Air Force Academy. The Air Force Academy was actually put here because we are one of the cities in the nation with the most days of sunlight. How cool is that? And yes, we get those surprise May snowstorms that happen every once in a while. When it comes, the snow lands, it's pretty, and then it's usually gone within a few hours. It keeps things interesting. Traffic tends to be light compared to bigger cities like Denver or Dallas or places like that. But expect congestion on I-25 during rush hours, especially near downtown and the Northgate area. Job-wise, we have a strong military and defense presence, plus growing industry in tech, aerospace, and healthcare. As for schools, our schools mostly fall in good to great. D20 and D49, those are school districts. We say D for district. So D20 and D49 are often top picks among families, and charter school options like James Irwin and the Classical Academy are popular too. I always recommend diving into greatschools.org or visiting in person before deciding. One big thing to know, buyer agency laws have changed in the mid-2020s. So if you're planning to buy a home, you'll need to sign a buyer agency agreement up front with your realtor. It's a good thing. There's more transparency on how agents get paid so that you truly understand how that works. This shift means your agent should bring you a ton of value, guiding negotiations, protecting your interests, and helping you understand your options. It's more important than ever to work with someone who knows the market inside and out. If you're thinking about making Colorado Springs your home, I'd be honored to help you find the neighborhood, navigate the market changes, and make your move as smooth as possible. Sign up on thepenateam.com where you can browse all the listings in Southern Colorado. Hey, and drop your questions in the comments or reach out to me directly. All our contact information is below. Thanks for watching Springs on the Move, and I'll see you on the next video.